Recovery tip number 8. Give yourself time. Time. Over time, we dismantled and destroyed our life with substances. In my situation, I started drugs at 20 years old, like hard drugs, and drinking. And I pursued that fully, wholeheartedly for a decade. And then I stopped and found recovery, fought for recovery when I turned 30. And when I first came in, of course, I had this unrealistic expectation, like, man, I'm gonna get clean, and then I'm gonna do this, and then all of this mess, I'm gonna fix, like, tomorrow, you know? And for me, I had to get realistic with giving myself appropriate time, right? And having realistic goals. And again, learning this in my early recovery, in the foundation of the NA program, the principles, in community programming, right? So just giving myself time. So what I thought was, well, it took me 10 years to everything up. Well, I'm going to get my together back in 3, right? And because I have this like all or nothing kind of mindset, and I love it because it's really helped me in my adult life, but it also really destroyed me in my addiction, right? Because that all or nothing perspective doesn't work all the time for all things, right? But when it comes to my recovery for 10 years, it took that long to destroy my life. So just being realistic, it could have taken 10 years to rebuild my life, you know, to stabilize my life, to recover and all those kinds of things, all the financial part and the like healing parts and right? But here's the most important thing about giving yourself time is first and foremost your brain, right? Depending on how long you used and what substances and stuff, your brain needs time first and foremost to learn how to live and function and think and fire off and all those things that it was created to do on its own again, right? And that's why we talk about post-acute withdrawal syndrome up to 2 years. You know, people need to understand what's happening. No, you're not crazy in those first 2 years. No, you might not be depressed. No, you might not actually have anxiety. No, it could literally be just your brain trying to like restructure itself without substances. That takes time, right? That takes at least 1 to 2 years, depending on, you know, the substances and like all the things that we can do to help that process along too. Like, you know, we detox, we bath, we flush out, we drink enough water, we start feeding our body all these nutrients, we are sleeping enough. You know, there's lots of factors that can help that along. But at the end of the day, it is something that takes time. Another reason why it's important to remember to give yourself time is rebuilding a foundation that you can actually stand on for the rest of your life as a recovering addict. It's just like building bricks, like putting bricks down, right? Okay, like I'm going to understand my dynamic of my powerlessness, right? And okay, I accept that I'm powerless. Okay, well, then I got to have, what am I going to do when I'm in that position? How do I safety net? And okay, who are my people? And so every piece of that early, I would say 2 years of my recovery was just laying all these bricks for the foundation that would carry me. And that takes time, right? And for me, it took 10 years to mess up my life. I gave myself permission that it would take me 10 years to recover my life.